All right, today we're going to dig into a really interesting announcement that centers on this incredibly powerful title, Dr. Lee Davenport Fair Housing Equalizer. I mean, come on, a title like that really makes you stop and think, right? It's bold, it's specific, and you just know there's a story behind it. So, let's break down what's actually happening here.
Just look at that by itself. Fair housing equalizer. That's not just a job description. That is a full-on mission statement. It frames someone not just as an expert, but as a real force for change. It's a title that's absolutely designed to grab your attention.
So yeah, let's pull back the curtain. We're going to look at all the info we have to figure out who the key players are, what kind of platform they're using, and what message they're really trying to send. What's the big strategy here?
Okay, first things first. Let's focus on the main person here. Who exactly is Dr. Lee Davenport, the person with this heavyweight title?
So, the announcement tells us she has two major roles. First, she's an MBA professor, which right away signals a deep academic background and credibility. And second, she's an executive coach at HousingWire. Now that's interesting because it puts her right inside the industry machine we're about to explore. So what you've got is this really potent mix of academic authority and on-the-ground industry influence.
Right, so an expert's voice, no matter how powerful, needs a microphone to be heard. Let's zoom out a bit from Dr. Davenport herself and take a look at the platform that's getting her message out there, HousingWire.
And wow, they do not mess around with their marketing, do they? This isn't just some catchy tagline. It is a declaration of power. They are positioning themselves as the central hub, the place to be in the housing world. They're essentially telling you, hey, if you want to be where it all happens, you have to be with us.
And you can see their strategy isn't just some random blog post. No, this is a full-blown content machine. So they create their content in-house at their own studio. They package it up into these series like Contributor Conversations. They push it out on huge platforms like YouTube. And then, and this is the really crucial part, they bring that online community together in the real world with events and webinars. It's a completely closed loop, a fully integrated system.
So who's actually running the show inside this ecosystem? Let's take a look at the team that actually puts these contributor conversations together.
Okay, so the hosts are Zeb Lowe and Allison LaForgia. And what's kind of interesting is that Zebulon Lowe is also the senior director. That means one of the key decision makers is also the public face of the conversations. And the whole thing is produced by their own content studio, which just reinforces that integrated model we were just talking about. And the source gives us a bit more detail here. These contributor conversations aren't random. It's a regular series. They drop on Wednesdays every single month on their YouTube channel. Now, that kind of regular schedule is absolutely key if you want to build a loyal audience that knows exactly when and where to tune in.
So, all of this content, all of this branding, it all leads to one thing, a call to action. See, this announcement isn't just here to inform you. It's designed to invite you to do something. So let's see where they want their audience to go next.
And their whole engagement strategy is laid out perfectly in their event calendar. They've got a full schedule of really high-profile events, from a big general conference called The Gathering in April to more niche summits on things like AI and for builders later in the year. Every single one of these events is a chance to deepen that relationship with their audience and, of course, to really lock in their status as the industry's most powerful room.
Okay, so we've looked at the expert and we've looked at the platform. Now it's time to bring it all together, because this right here is where the real story is.
When you put these two pieces side by side, the whole strategy just clicks into place, doesn't it? On one side, you have the expert with this powerful mission-driven title, the Fair Housing Equalizer. And on the other, you have the platform with its bold, influence-driven claim, the most powerful room in housing. It's like they're perfectly mirroring each other's authority.
So here's the big takeaway. The relationship here is symbiotic. Dr. Davenport's really important message gets a huge microphone thanks to HousingWire's ecosystem. And in return, HousingWire's claim to be the most powerful room gets a massive boost of credibility by featuring serious, impactful experts like her. In today's crowded world, this is literally how influence is built. Neither one is as strong without the other.
And that really leaves us with a final, pretty big question to think about. This dynamic, it's not just happening in the housing industry. This is the playbook for modern media everywhere. So take a second and think about your own sources of info, the newsletters you get, the YouTube channels you follow. The platform itself is a filter. It's a kingmaker. It doesn't just present experts, it anoints them. So the real question for all of us is, how is the platform you choose shaping not just the experts you see, but the very way you understand the world they're explaining? It's a crucial question we all need to be asking.